2022 marks the 5th year of the FIA Formula 2 Championship, and after 2 adjusted seasons due to the pandemic, we finally returned to business as usual in terms of the calendar with the full 14 rounds, including Imola for the very first time. The biggest change for this season is to the weekend format, as we will be back to 2 races per event, with the 120km sprint race being held first. In this race, the top 10 from the feature race grid through qualifying will be reversed, and the point system has also changed and will now use the F1 point system from 2003. So that's 10 points for the win, down to 1 for 8th place. There are no points for reverse grid pole, and the fastest lap and pole bonus points have also changed with 2 and 1 respectively. Our team and driver rundown this year starts at last year's team champions Prema, who swept through 2021 comfortably with champion Oscar Piastri and Robert Schwarzman. Both were called up to reserve roles in F1 teams, and of course Piastri being the champion meant he was ineligible. So Prema this year are fielding 2 Red Bull Junior drivers, with F3 champion runner-up Dennis Hauger and Jehan Derivala, who makes the switch from Carlin. Virtuosi Racing, as they will now be called, also bring in 2 new drivers after Zhou Guanyu was called up to Alfa Romeo and Felipe Dragovich moved to another team. Alpine Academy driver Jack Doohan, who's of course the son of the MotoGP legend Mick, is looking to make his legacy on 4 wheels and steps up full time after contesting in the final rounds of last year. Marino Sato switches from Trident to join him. Carlin also filled a new lineup, which consists of the very highly rated Red Bull Junior Liam Lawson, who will also be fulfilling reserve duties at AlphaTauri for 2022. Like Doohan, Williams Academy driver Logan Sargent also makes the step up full time after competing at the end of last year. There is one change at High Tech Grand Prix, as Marcus Armstrong comes over from Dams to partner Red Bull Junior Yuri Vips. ART Grand Prix lineup for this season is one of the most exciting, after Christian Lundgaard decided to pursue a career in IndyCar. Replacing him is junior driver for Mercedes Frederick Vesti, and he's alongside Cho Porcher. Both are dark horses of the championship. At MP Motorsports, it's Felipe Dragovich that is considered the outright favourite this year, while his teammate is Clement Nobelag, who drove for the team in the final rounds of last season after an impressive 4th place standings finish in Formula 3. Campos Racing promote Alpine Academy's Ollie Caldwell to a full-time seat after he also competed in the final rounds of last year, and he's alongside Ralph Boschon. But it's Dams that have hit the jackpot this year by landing the Formula 3 champion California Mayor from under Trent's noses. But this was only possible after Roy Nissany had to withdraw due to financial issues. Callie, as she prefers to be called, needs no introduction after storming to the Formula 3 Championship last season in a very similar fashion to her older brother, Aiden Jackson. You might know him. Very much like Mick Schumacher used to do, Callie is currently racing under her mother's maiden name to lessen the attention on her, given her brother Aiden's rise through the ranks over the last 2 years. She recently landed a brand deal with Grid World Series stars Konnersport, which will feature on her helmet. Alongside the very highly rated Red Bull Junior Amuyu Iwasa, Dams definitely are the team to watch this season. So with Callie off the table, Trident now turn to Callan Williams and former MP Motorsport driver Richard Verschoor for the 2022 season. Giroux have a rather historic lineup on their hands. After bringing the famous surname to the F2 world last season and of course being sidelined after a crash at Jeddah, Enzo Fittipaldi has been retained, while Tatiana Calderon makes her return. Along with Callie, this marks the first time ever that multiple women have competed in a Formula event at the same time. And finally, to the newest name on the grid, at Van Amersfoort Racing, to replace the departing HWA Wasteland and take on their former driver Jake Hughes, alongside rookie Amuyu Iwasa, promoted from Formula 3. It's 14 events to decide the 2022 champion, and all the usual tracks are present after adjustments for the previous 2 years, save for a couple of noticeable changes. Imola makes its F2 debut for the 3rd round, Zandvoort finally makes its debut for the 12th round after missing out in 2020 and 2021, and for round 9 we'll be heading to Le Castellet after the removal of the Sochi race after Russia's invasion of Ukraine.